Welcome back to my talks on the mystery of Nirvana. It is important to understand that each person must solve the mystery of Nirvana in his own way. Nirvana in Eastern philosophy represents the ultimate goal of human existence, a state of profound peace, liberation, and freedom from suffering. It is often described as the cessation of craving, attachment, and ignorance, leading to a state of enlightenment. While the concept of nirvana is universally acknowledged within Eastern teachings, the path to achieving it is intensely personal. Each individual must solve the mystery of nirvana in their own way, for the pursuit of nirvana is not a one-size-fits-all journey. It is shaped by the unique experiences, perspectives, and capacities of each person. I will explore the reasons why each person must approach the mystery of nirvana in a manner that resonates with their own nature and circumstances. The first reason why each person must solve the mystery of nirvana in their own way is that every human being has a unique life experience. People come from different cultural, social, and familial backgrounds. They experience different levels of suffering, have varying attachments, and face distinct challenges. These individual experiences shape how one perceives the world, responds to hardship, and understands the nature of suffering. The Buddha's teachings, while universal in their insights into human nature, offer a framework that can be adapted and personalized. In the early teachings of Buddhism, the Buddha acknowledged the need for personal effort and understanding. He never imposed a rigid external method for reaching nirvana. Instead, he encouraged individuals to explore their own minds, to observe their reactions to the world, and to cultivate wisdom in ways that made sense to them personally. This approach allows for diversity in spiritual practices, whether through meditation, mindfulness, ethical living, or deep inquiry into the nature of existence, because the personal experience of suffering and liberation is subjective. For instance, one person may find deep peace through meditation and silence, while another might find it through acts of kindness or intellectual study. The path to nirvana is flexible because it must align with the individual's own experiences and understanding. Another key reason for a personalized journey to nirvana is the difference in individual capacity for insight and realization. Some people may be naturally more inclined toward deep contemplation, while others may develop insight through actions and interactions in the world. The Buddha himself acknowledged that not all beings have the same mental capacities or spiritual predispositions. This diversity means that the path to nirvana cannot be identical for everyone. In Eastern teachings, there are various stages and approaches to enlightenment. Some people are able to immediately grasp the deeper truths of existence, while others may require years of disciplined practice before they can perceive the nature of suffering and liberation clearly. Some may be more attuned to the meditative path, while others may be better suited to engaging with the world through compassionate action. Because each individual's mental and spiritual capacities differ, the process of uncovering nirvana must be attuned to what each person is able to understand and achieve. For one person, a simple insight into the impermanence of life may be transformative, while for another it may require decades of self-reflection, meditation, or the guidance of a teacher. The path is not linear, and each person must work at their own pace, guided by their own strengths and limitations. Karma, or the law of cause and effect, plays a critical role in shaping an individual's spiritual journey. According to Buddhist teachings, the actions, intentions, and choices of a person in their past lives influence their current circumstances and abilities. Karma affects the way in which suffering manifests in a person's life, the kind of experiences they have, and the opportunities available to them for spiritual development. It also affects how quickly and effectively a person can reach nirvana. Because each person's karma is unique, their path to nirvana will also be distinct. Some individuals may have accumulated positive karma through virtuous actions in their lifetime, which could make their path to enlightenment smoother or quicker. Others may have more challenges or negative karmic imprints that require them to undergo a longer, more arduous process of purification and transformation. The uniqueness of each person's karma shapes how they engage with the teachings of Buddhism and what obstacles or opportunities they encounter along the way. In this context, solving the mystery of nirvana is not simply an intellectual or philosophical exercise. It involves deep introspection, making sense of one's karmic burdens, and working through the causes of suffering that may have been accumulated over their lifetime. As each person's karma is different, their approach to enlightenment must be personal and responsive to their unique life situation. A critical aspect of the Eastern path to nirvana is the emphasis on personal agency and the capacity for choice. Eastern teachers do not dictate a prescribed way for achieving nirvana. Instead, they offer tools such as mindfulness, ethical conduct, and meditation, through which individuals can discern the path that works best for them. The Buddha famously declared, "Be a lamp unto yourself." This statement highlights the importance of self-reliance in spiritual practice. Each person must actively engage with the teachings, apply them, and test them in their own lives. The freedom to choose one's path toward nirvana is deeply empowering. While the Buddha provided guidance, he did not insist that people follow a single rigid route. This freedom allows individuals to experiment with different practices, adapt teachings to their personal context, and seek answers that are most relevant to their own life experiences. In this way, the path to nirvana is a deeply individual journey, requiring constant self-reflection and adjustment. Nirvana is often described as a state of liberation that arises from a profound inner transformation. This transformation requires deep personal motivation, an intense desire to understand the nature of suffering, and a commitment to overcoming it. No one can force another person to seek or understand nirvana. It is a deeply personal drive that arises from within. Some individuals may be driven by intellectual curiosity, others by a sense of existential frustration, or the desire to alleviate suffering. For some, the motivation may come from a profound encounter with suffering, while for others it may be a more gradual process of awakening. However, each person must generate this motivation within themselves. Without it, the search for nirvana is unlikely to be successful. This personal commitment and drive are what make the journey to nirvana unique for every person. The mystery of nirvana cannot be solved in a uniform way because the path to it is as diverse and unique as human beings themselves. Our personal experiences, mental capacities, karmic influences, and freedom of choice all contribute to the way we approach and understand nirvana. Eastern teachings offer a map, but it is up to each person to navigate that map according to their own situation. The path to nirvana is a deeply personal journey, one that requires each individual to explore and solve the mystery of their own liberation in their own way. The flexibility of this path ensures that nirvana is accessible to all, regardless of background, intellect, or circumstance, and invites each person to embark on a journey of self-discovery, transformation, and enlightenment.